we started using qualifying standards about 4 or 5 years ago. And at the moment, we haven't really got down to that, to decide what to do. And at one stage, we were talking about well, maybe doing away with the qualifying standards, simply because the whole country has only one photo finish. And that one is going to be either used in Suva or in Lautoka. And that leaves the rest of the whole country without any photo finish equipment to use. But going back again to your question, we haven't really sat down again to talk about those little things that you mentioned.
I think it's an important facet of what we spoke. We discussed this earlier on with Master Willy Wonka. I think what's important now is the preparation stage for the students. It is an unusual year, so we have an unusual time for the games. But what's most important is the preparation. And then as the process, the committee continues to meet with the zone organizers and find what's the best fit that will accommodate as much students to not deny them a spot at the games, but at the same time to try and improve the standards of the game. So preparation is key. We encourage the sports days to continue. The zone delegates have been given their budgetary allocations for running the zones. I understand some zones may not be able to be run due to the time factor. But then amongst the factor, those schools amongst those areas are competing amongst themselves. So it's finding the fine balance without compromising quality and safety. And I think that's the important part. And for the kids, I think it's about being able to come out and express their enjoyment for being locked away for 2 years, and I think that's probably the biggest win. So we were in discussion with Master Wanga, we said we have to be as flexible as possible, but within certain guidelines. You don't want to deny students who've been waiting for this big opportunity to come and participate. I think that participation is key, because participation is celebration, but within certain guidelines, and I think that's something that we will continue to consider. The announcement of the date gives us a lot of flexibility now to plan more in detail, because now we have an endpoint, and that endpoint is August 4th, 5th, and 6th, and then we work backwards now to start putting together the final details. And I think that'll encompass the whole preparation work that is going to happen behind the scenes with Master Wanga.